Welcome to Bariatric Business Accelerator, the podcast created for busy weight loss practitioners and their teams who want to systematize, simplify, and accelerate the growth of their new or existing weight loss practice. Our topic today is all about healthy bottom line basics. And one of my favorite things to do is to systematize things and to simplify it so that we don't end up getting caught up in the weeds and not making any progress. And having a healthy bottom line is essentially something that comes down to three different components in its most simplistic view. The first one is having something that you offer or sell that people really want and need. And that's your products and services. So you have to have something that they want or need. And in the healthcare industry in particular, we have seen this change quite a bit, especially over the last year with weight loss injectable medications. And it has been a game changer for many practices. It's also been a frustration for other practices. So we've got to have something that people want and need. And then the second ingredient is that you have to let them know why it is that you are the ideal person in practice to purchase that from. So whether it's weight loss surgery, whether it's your medical weight loss program, no matter what it is, your products, your services, they need to know that you are the perfect person that they need to be purchasing this from. They need to be getting your services. So you've got to differentiate yourself. That's a big part of that. It all plays into your marketing and all that. But in a simplistic view, they've got to understand why you're the ideal person for them to purchase from. It could be, like I say, your experience. It could be your price point. It could be lots of different things, but they've got to identify with you. And then finally, they need to understand why it is that they need to take action now. We've got to not let it just linger. We've got to give them a clear call to action, make sure that they understand the next step to be taken. And when you have those three ingredients, it really sets you up for better revenue. Now, on the flip side of that for healthy bottom line, it's your expenses and your cost of goods sold. So we've got to take a look at that as well and make sure that you're not outspending for the revenue that you're bringing in. And then make sure at the end of the day, you have profits so that you can take care of your patients, your team, and yourself. So those are the essential ingredients we're going to get into next week, those tools of the trade. And I know I made that super simple, but sometimes we can overcomplicate it. We can add in all sorts of new products and services. Not that you don't have to differentiate and diversify a little bit, but we've got to be able to not get confused, not get our patients confused as well in terms of what we offer, and then also making sure that you are focused on the big picture. So simplifying and systematizing that is so important. But these key ingredients I just talked about are what drives a healthy bottom line. We don't need to complicate it with lots of other things and ideas. We need to stick to the basics sometimes, particularly if you're struggling. So that's the first part. Next week, we're going to talk about some of the tools of the trade to help measure that and help make sure that you're focusing on the right things. And if you're interested in a course that I actually am offering right now called it's your Financial Mastery for a Healthy Bottom Line, I do have that course available. It's also going to be available after the fact. After we are done recording it for these 4 weeks, you'll be able to purchase at a very reasonable price, get all the tools we're talking about and all of that education and training and have access to it. So that's for you and your team. So anyhow, I hope that you enjoy this podcast. Let's dive into tools next week. And I can't wait to do this work with you. In the meantime, I hope you have an awesome day.